Hello friends, welcome to SQL Server tutorial. Now we are starting new subseries, and in this subseries we will learn more advanced queries that will help you in picking the data from the database. So in this very first video we will learn about temp tables and its scope. One can create temp table with the hash table name syntax. So this is how we can create temp table. Say for example, if you state hash, so here the employee is the table name. Since SQL Server sees a hash symbol before the employee, it will treat this employee table as a temp table. The temp table lives till the end of the connected session. So the session can be anything, and when temp table is created on the connected session, then till the connection goes out, the temp table lives. So we can call this temp table as a in-memory table, and the table lives till the connection who created it. So once the connection goes out of scope, or once the SQL Server is disconnected, then the created temp table will get wiped out from the memory. So that's what here we are saying. After disconnection, the temp table will be deleted. Temp table can be used to retrieve data from multiple tables. That means when you are creating the temp table, you can pull data from multiple sources and you can populate it. Later, you can use the temp table in other part of the script. So temp table can be used to retrieve data from multiple tables and store it as a separate table. So even though it's a separate table and its lifetime is till the end of the connection. So once the connection goes off, the temp table also goes off from the memory. The temp table lives till the connected section lives. So that's what here. Let's state that this is your DB, and you are connecting to this DB, and we will call this as a session 1. And let's state that in session 1 you created a temp table A, and the table A lives in memory of the server. So if this is the server box, in that server box this temp table lives, and once connection goes off, this temp table also wiped out from the memory. So here in SQL Server, if you open a query window, it will make a connection to the DB, and we can say there's a query window 1 as a connected session. And if you see here, we are making use of select category name and product name from. We will come to this later. First, let us look at the query. Select categories.category name, products.product name from. Here we are making the join categories, joining with the products. Based on category ID, we are making the join. So this is the data we are pulling, and the pulled data is kept in temporary table. So select two columns, column 1 and column 2 into temp table. So the temp table will live in memory, and the temp table will have 2 columns and rows of data which is pulled from this join. So here if you see, the category name filter what we are supplying is seafood. So the temp table will have all the seafood data. So once we keep this in memory, we can pull data from here anytime in the script. So if a script runs for a long time and there are other logics, whenever you want, you can pick data from this temp table. Here, if you see, we are simply making use of this temp table select star from temp product, which is nothing but these two columns, column 1 and column 2. Alright, now we will go to demo and see how the temp tables are working, and we will also study its lifetime by opening multiple SQL Server sessions. Here we have query window 1 and we will keep Northwind database, paste, and as already told, this is the temp table we are creating, and what we store here is, so this is the result we are going to store in the temp table. Now we will uncomment this and create it. So the temp table is created on this connection, and inside there is a script, and if a script runs for 200 or 400 lines, anywhere you can use this temp table. So this temp table is available to this connected session. Here SQL query 1 is the connected session, and this temp table is available here. So just like normal table, you can query data from the temp table, and the temp table always precedes with the symbol hash. So hash TMP product, and we are selecting data from it, and you can see it displays the seafood. Now let me open a new query window, and if I try to select from this temp table, it will throw error, and here also it shows the red squiggly line stating that I don't know what is a temp product. So if I execute it, you will see that invalid object name. Now if you see, let me make a new temp table here, and this time we are filtering beverages, and previously it's seafood, now beverages, and table name, if you see, same. Why? Because the scope here is the temp table is for this connected session 1. Here this is the query window 2 or SQL query 2.SQL, and in this a new temp table will be created. So now if I execute this, there will be two temp table in memory, and there are two connected session to the SQL Server and two temp tables. Here I am executing select star from TMP product. This will show beverages, and this one will show TMP product. So these temp tables lives on their connected session, right? So now if I close both, let me copy this to clipboard, and I will close this one as well. If I open a new session, and it states that invalid object name. So temp tables are scoped to the currently connected sessions. Alright, that's all here in this video. Thank you for watching. Bye.